President Jacob Zuma has accepted the resignation of newly appointed head of the Special Investigative Unit, Willem Heath, and the ANC and COSATU have agreed to continue discussions on the Protection of State Information Bill. I'm Richard Brooks. President Jacob Zuma has accepted the resignation of newly appointed head of the Special Investigative Unit, Willem Heath. Heath resigned after talks with Justice Minister Jeff Radebe. Nomgcobo Jiba will act in the position until a permanent appointment is made. Radebe says the resignation follows media comments attributed to Heath, which suggested that he might not be objective. Heath had blamed ex-President Thabo Mbeki in a newspaper interview for framing President Jacob Zuma in his rape case a few years ago. Radebe elaborates.
I've had 2 meetings with Advocate Heath last week Tuesday, and the last meeting we had with him was this Tuesday. And in regard to the issues at hand, it is very clear that the statements that he uttered has created a perception that he will not be an independent person to head the Special Investigative Unit, which is highly regretted from my side. He has since tendered his resignation, and the President has accepted his resignation. That's where we are on the matter.
At the same time, Cope says Heath's resignation is further evidence of Zuma's lack of leadership and weak decision-making. Cope's Nzipo Kalipa.
What we would say about the resignation of Advocate Willem Heath, to us, is actually a confirmation and an indictment on the part of, the leadership of the state president, President Jacob Zuma. In fact, we are vindicated. We've always been, questioning his leadership and his decision-making.
The ANC and COSATU have agreed to continue discussions on the Protection of State Information Bill. This emerged after a meeting in Johannesburg between COSATU and a delegation of ANC MPs, led respectively by COSATU's Zwelinzima Vavi and the ANC's Chief Whip Motolo Motshekga. In a statement, the two groups say COSATU has presented a document which sets out its concerns with aspects of the current version of the bill. It was agreed to establish teams to continue discussions and seek common ground. The bill was approved by the National Assembly on November the 22nd. 2 of the Waterkloof 4 have been released under house arrest. Correctional Services Gauteng spokesperson Simpiwe Kondela says Gert van Skalkwyk and Reinach Tiat will have to inform correctional services before leaving their home, and they have been ordered to do 15 hours of community service a month. The 2 were among a group of 4 boys convicted of killing a homeless man and assaulting another at a park in Pretoria in 2001. They were each sentenced to 12 years in prison. They began serving their sentence at Pretoria Central Prison in August 2008.